A political firestorm rages on tonight over those secretly recorded tape where Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney is shown making controversial off-the-cuff remarks about nearly half of American voters. While the debate swirls, while Romney believed he was speaking privately to his wealthy supporters, someone in that room had secretly pushed the record button. But who was it and why? ABC's chief investigative correspondent Brian Ross has been searching for the answers.
The setting was this mansion in Boca Raton, Florida, the home of a longtime supporter and friend of the Republican candidate for president, multi-millionaire investor Mark Leader, known as a private equity party boy in the gossip pages. It was May 17th, and reporters were told the event would be closed to the press.
Too bad you can't go to the fundraisers.
The dinner was lavishly catered and supposed to be private, limited to those who paid $50,000 each to hear and dine with Mitt Romney.
You take this in your fork. Put it in. Yeah.
But someone placed a camera in the room, secretly recording former Governor Romney from what appears to be a bar off to the side, and later provided the tape to Mother Jones magazine, which will not disclose the identity of the photographer.
It did not come from opposition researchers or a political campaign.
Occasionally, the camera angle is adjusted. A wine decanter moved out of the way. At one point, a waitress gives the bartender an order. The camera rolled for 49.5 minutes as Romney delivered the candid remarks that 4 months later would make headlines, including the dismissal of the 47% who support President Obama in response to a question from the audience.
All right, there are 47% who are with him, who are dependent upon government, who believe that they are victims, who believe that government has a responsibility to care for them, who believe that they're entitled to health care, to food, to housing, to you name it. That it's an entitlement, and the government should give it to them. And they will vote for this president no matter what.
A joke that he would have a better chance of winning if his father had been Mexican.
Had he been born of Mexican parents, I'd have a better shot at winning this, but he was not.
And then an insight into his wife and the Romney campaign strategy.
They use Ann sparingly right now so that people don't get tired of her.
Today, Romney went on Fox News to talk about what the network called a dust-up.
We were, of course, talking about a campaign and how he's going to get close to half the vote. I'm going to get half the vote, approximately, I hope.
The secret Romney tapes became the top story of the day.
Now Republicans and Democrats are debating the fallout from the tapes.
A huge distraction for the Republicans and a coup for the Democrats. And the backstory of how and why the tapes were made and then worked their way through the media provides a rare look at an increasingly common political tactic.
I think one of the most influential, important developments in campaigns over the last 10 years is the viral video that catches a candidate, again, in these unscripted moments.
The Romney tapes were first posted online on YouTube on May 31st, 2 weeks after the speech, by a new user with the account Romney Exposed. Democratic Party operatives began to take notice in August, including those who work in Washington at this research center war room and monitor virtually every word Romney or his running mate Paul Ryan say, looking for a possible slip-up.
It just needs to be uploaded to YouTube. One person sees it, sends it to 4 or 5 other people, it gets tweeted out, and the next thing you know, you've got millions of people seeing this.
But then late in August, Mother Jones magazine was put in touch with the person who actually recorded the videotapes, a contact made by the grandson of former President Jimmy Carter. He told MSNBC today the source of the tapes was not one of the donors who gave $50,000.
I think it's probably fair to assume that.
It was the editors of Mother Jones who spotted the now infamous 47% clip that had previously gone unnoticed.
And so my job is not to worry about those people. I'll never think they said they should take personal responsibility and care for their lives.
Once we had the full tape, which was several weeks ago, it jumped out at us immediately.
Governor Romney is hardly the first politician to be tripped up by remarks not intended to be public. Republicans scored a similar coup 4 years ago when a blogger caught candidate Barack Obama on tape at a private fundraising event, talking about the members of the conservative right.
Well, it's not surprising then that they get bitter and they cling to guns or religion or antipathy towards people who aren't like them, or a way to explain their frustrations.
The thing that candidates have to worry about is that you know, every event that they're at, there's no such thing as off the record anymore. These are moments that campaigns, you know, live for. Certainly in this instance, Mitt Romney provided Democrats with a goldmine of rhetoric.
Under Florida law, it is a crime, a felony, to secretly record someone who has a reasonable expectation that they're not being recorded. But many say anyone running for president should always expect that they may be recorded by someone, somehow.